This is Martha Chapman, and I am back with some more good food for our eyes, for our ears, and for our souls. I'm in Genesis, and I'm reading about Joseph. Joseph is still in prison, but he's assigned to watch Potiphar's chief cupbearer and his chief baker. And on this particular day, they wake up and they both had dreams. And so Joseph is looking at both of them like, are you guys okay? And they're like, no, we're not okay. And he's like, okay, would you like for me to interpret your dreams? And they're like, yeah. And so he says, interpreting dreams is God's business. So he goes on and he interprets their dream. Now, one dream, the outcome is better than the other, but he had the gift to interpret their dreams. Moving forward, the day comes when Pharaoh sends for the chief cupbearer and the chief baker, and the very thing that Joseph said would happen, happened. But before they left, Joseph said, please, don't forget about me. Tell Pharaoh about me. Well, what did they do? They forgot about him. 2 years went by, and they remember Joseph. But let me tell you how. Pharaoh now has dreams. Nobody can interpret them. Not the musicians that he sent for, not anyone that he sent for in Egypt. And all of a sudden, the chief cupbearer remembers the man that interpreted his dream in prison. So he tells Pharaoh about Joseph. Pharaoh sends for Joseph hurriedly. Joseph, he comes before Pharaoh, he cleans up first, and he gives God the glory first. And then he interprets those dreams. I mean, so vividly, so detailed, until Pharaoh was so impressed with the way he interpreted the dreams and the detail of how he interpreted the dreams. This is what he said to Joseph. Genesis chapter 41. Who could do it better than Joseph? For he is a man who is obviously filled with the Spirit of God. Turning to Joseph, Pharaoh said, since God has revealed the meaning of the dreams to you, you are the wisest man in the land. I hereby appoint you to direct this project. You will manage my household and organize my people. Only I will have a rank higher than yours. I hereby put you in charge of the entire land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh placed his own signet ring on Joseph's finger as a symbol of his authority. He dressed him in beautiful clothing and placed the royal gold chain about his neck. Won't God do it? Won't God do it? Won't God do it? In less than an hour ago, he was a prisoner. But you see how God turned his test into a testimony and his mess into a message? God can do the same thing for you. God can do the same thing for me. Don't let your hard knocks make you feel like God has counted you out or that God cannot use you. That's the very thing that God will allow to change your life so that you can change someone else's life. All of us have spiritual gifts. We have to tap into it and allow for ourselves to go deep into God's presence so God can reveal the gift that he has assigned for you. And if we continue to give God the glory, he'll continue to allow you to use your gift. Joseph had the gift of interpreting dreams. And every time he interpreted a dream, whether it's for the gentleman or for Pharaoh, he always gave God the glory. So if we continue to give God the glory, God will continue to use us. His life was forever changed. And it happened in an instant. Your life can change in an instant because that is the hand of God. And God moves strategically, and he's always working. So may this be a reminder that if you went through some hard knocks in life, please don't count yourself out. Count yourself in, because God is a God of another chance. Not a second chance, not a third chance, but another chance. And Joseph is a prime example of coming out of prison and into destiny within an instance because of the gift that God had placed in him. So may this word allow for you to spend some quality time with God so that your spiritual gift or gifts can be revealed to you. And may God get the glory every time you walk in your gift and every time he allows for you to be used in your gift. Joseph, life would never be the same, and neither will yours, and neither will mine. Because God does not want our life to be the same. He wants to always elevate us. He wants to always make us better. And we should want better for ourselves daily. Joseph went from prison to the palace in an instant. And if he did it for Joseph, he can do it for you, and he can do it for me. We have to trust the process and believe that God can do it for you, for me, for us. Please like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. And until next time, keep shining.